Yo! Welcome, man. Welcome back to
boy.
The Unlucky Specialists. Intellectual Magic Part 17.
Fun fact, this is our second podcast recording this week because our schedules are so all over the place.
What? I feel weird.
Do you know what? I was only thinking about it when you said we had to do it today because it's the only time we're going to get to do it. And I was
to
like,
have it up for next Sunday.
Yeah, and I was like, very unprepared. Not that we're prepared anyway, but it's like usually I have a few days to think of something to come up with the talk.
I have one thing to talk about, and it might be the main thing we're going to talk about. So it might be a bit shorter, but I want to talk about addiction. Now, everyone probably has some form of an addiction.
So you're not just talking about like addicted to like drugs or whatever. No. A form of any form.
Because it's things I notice from working with the public a lot.
Okay.
So like we work in a petrol station, and
man, we literally mention this every podcast.
I know, yeah. For those of you that don't know, so yeah, like we do the lotto, and we do scratch cards, and we sell cigarettes, and we sell wine, and then we sell the usual stuff. Like we've a deli, we've soft drinks, we've got fruit and veg, we've got general shop stuff, right? But there's certain people that'll come in and day out. They'll get the same cigarettes. They'll do the lotto on the lotto days. They'll buy scratch cards every day. They'll buy the same types of drinks. They'll get the same food on the deli, day in and day out. And like, I know there's a thing of having a routine. But then there's other people that'll take it to the extreme. Like there was one woman that came into me a while back. Now she's in the shop most days. And like I'm very good, I have a very good memory with a lot of things.
Yeah.
And like she smokes Silk Purple. I remember that. I don't know her well enough to chat away to her or anything.
Yeah, you just know, it's like anything though. You just know what she gets because it's habit.
But she always gets a bottle or a can of Diet Coke, and one day she came in and we didn't have any in the fridge. We were out, like we didn't get a stock in yet, and she was looking for Diet Coke, and
man, I'm gonna stop you right there. I can smell the food in my maggot and it smells so nice.
I can't.
Anyway, go on.
But yeah, she got she always gets Diet Coke and her fags, but she came up looking for Diet Coke office, and we had a look in the back and we didn't have any because we were waiting on delivery because there was some problems or something, I don't know. But she's like, oh no, you need to make sure you have Diet Coke in, I'm addicted to it and all. And I just kind of laughed along with her, but then she was like, no, I'm serious, like, and she was like nearly pissed off with me.
Yeah,
that we didn't have it, like not just like joking, like she's like, oh, I'm addicted to it, like she was nearly like, no, I want me Diet Coke, like, and all this. I just think about it. I know a few people that are like, in real life and from watching things on YouTube and different other bits and pieces, that are addicted to Diet Coke more than Coke.
There's more caffeine in Diet Coke.
Yeah, less sugar but more caffeine. But like, it's just those little things, and she'll always get her cigarettes. But then there's other regulars that are in the shop the whole time that I chat away to, and I know them fairly well. And like, there's a few where I don't even say a word to them. They'll just walk in, and I'll just go like that and point at the machine, and they're like, yeah, and I know what they're getting straight away, and I'll chat away to them, and that's fine.
Yeah.
And then there's other people that are always in, and they'll get like scratch cards to get the same ones, or to look for the same ones. There's one chap that comes in the whole time and he buys a shitload,
and then like
of the same scratch card, and it's not even for him, it's for his missus.
Yeah, and then they come in every like second or third week with 30 or 40 even with winnings on it.
No, not every second or third week, Brandon. They're in. Your man will come in himself 3 or 4 times at least a day.
You see, I only see him every now and again.
With like 3 or 4 of them with winnings on it, and he'll get whatever money's on it, but then they're always looking for more. They'll always get 9 or 10 more, or more than that sometimes. And like, there's been a few times where the book of scratch cards, and I think there's 50 of this particular type. I'm not going to say what one, like, but they'll get this, like, they'll come in, we'll have none in, someone will go in, check if we have any more, get them out, will activate the book. They'll get like the 9 or 10 or whatever. There's been a few times now where throughout the day he's the one that's bought every single one of them. And it's not even for him. I wouldn't even give a shit if it was for him. But he's doing it for his missus. He's not doing it for himself. And
that's a bit excessive in my
it's very excessive. And like I just find like they're obviously addicted to that, right? But like they don't even with this scratch card, I might as well just say it, they're crossword scratch cards.
They're
right?
like what, £10 aren't they?
No, they're not, they're only €3.
Alright.
But like
shows you how much I know.
Yeah, you get like it's basically like a word search basically. Like you're given all your words and then if you have a certain amount of words you get prizes for it.
Yeah.
So like you can scratch it, or like some people will like write, like use a pen and like write out their, like scribble out the letter that they have, say, right, to fill out the words. But you can scratch them off either, like, you know, so it shows up white on it, right?
Yeah.
But like they have it like that, they'll mark just the words that they've got. Whereas like if I'm doing it a lot of the time, I'll scratch off letter by letter, or I'll go by word and like, you know, see if I can do it that way. I make a game out of it because I'm there like, sure, I'm treating myself. I scratch it out, like, you know, it's a bit of fun. But with them it's proper, like they'll check that they have the words, scratch them off, have them on the pile, like, yeah, these have the prizes on them, and they'll go to it that way. And then I've come across a couple of people that they're not regulars, I don't know them, but I've had it once or twice where people will come in, they'll ask for like a €10 scratch card, and they'll literally scratch where the barcode is. They won't scratch the scratch card, they'll know where the barcode is that to scan it, scratch that and hand it back to you straight away, and you just put it through. Might have something on it, might not. They don't know, they don't care.
That's retarded, because
like the whole
point,
the whole premise of a scratch card is you get a little game
like,
out of it,
yeah,
you know?
like to give yourself.
And like, but then like the people that get the same, like they'll get their cigarettes and they'll get their packet a day, or they might get 2 packets for 2 days, say, and then they'll be back in and getting more or not. And like, now, look, we sell them, it's fine, and there's regulations on them, obviously. Like, you know, people know the cigarettes are bad for you, and most people would agree that they're bad for you, and then most of them would be like, oh, I'm addicted to them, I can't get off them. But it's kind of frustrating to me because I don't have those type of addictions. Now I've different, like, not even addiction, but I'd be prone to, like, if I'm watching something, or if I'm listening to something, or if I'm reading something and I get into it, I can't put it down. I can't stop the video. I can't put down the book. I can't stop listening to the podcast or whatever I'm doing until I have it done, or until like I have a big binge of it. That'd be my thing. Now, in some senses, that's a healthy obsession. Like if it's something like
goes through phases.
Yeah, if it's like reading, say, like, you know, if I'm into a good book, I'll sit down and read it loads and loads and loads. It'll be a couple of hours. I could sit and read like a book or whatever. Yeah. And like, you know, you'd see that as a good addiction. Yeah. That, like, you get this fix and then you're in and you're reading. You know, because reading's good for you. Like, it's good for your mind. It's good for keep your brain active and all that. But then the other side of that is if I get addicted to a TV show and I'm sitting and binge watching it, I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting there and I'm mind-numbingly just watching this content. Like, I finished BoJack Horseman last night. I came home and I watched like 2.5 episodes left of the season. You know, and I only found out that the new season was out
Friday.
Yeah.
You sent it to me after work, like.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, bit much, like.
Yeah, like,
just a little bit.
Just, yeah, that's like my type.
I think though that I don't think it's oh man, stop yawning. I don't think that is classed as an addiction per se, like.
No, I wouldn't either, but I'm putting in the parameters of what I'm saying, like, you know, that it's something that you, like, I'm not doing it every day, but when I get caught in something, I have to keep going,
yeah,
type of thing, right?
Yeah.
Whereas, like, I'd see that the same with people that drink a lot, or people that will smoke a lot, or people that will gamble a lot. Because, like, to be honest, a lot of people wouldn't see scratch cards as gambling as much.
It is, though. It's
no, it is. No, completely is. It 100% is gambling.
What's the definition of gambling, actually?
Gambling is literally putting money on things that you don't know whether they're going to happen or not.
Spelled that fucking wrong.
like, people see the lotto and scratch cards as a bit more harmless than actual gambling. Like going to a bookies. If you're going into a bookies every day, you're addicted to gambling. I think most people would agree with that.
So
if you're in the bookies and you're in there day in, day out for a couple of hours, you're addicted.
Yeah.
Like, you're addicted to the thrill.
Take risky action in hope of the desired result.
Yeah. Essentially, right? So you like doing the lotto is a form of gambling, but most people don't see it. They're just like, oh yeah, just put a couple of euro on the lotto every week, and like, you know.
But you see, the way I always look at that and gambling is that if you gamble, you're guaranteed to lose money. Right? No, sorry, I tell you wrong. I said that wrong. If you gamble, there's a chance you lose your money. Right?
There's a good chance.
If you don't gamble, you don't lose your money. You don't win any money, but you don't lose any money.
Yeah.
That's why I don't really gamble.
Yeah.
I don't really do the lotto. I don't do scratch cards. I do it every now and again, but it's not like...
I have phases where I might do it for a couple of weeks, where I might do the Irish lotto and then the other millions for like a couple of weeks, and I just drop off and get uninterested with it. And then every now and again, when one of them gets like big enough, I might do a line. But that's literally like, I fall in the category of most people where they're like, yeah, I'll do that if it's big. If I get it, woo. If I don't, whatever.
Well, yeah, €3 down.
But then there's other people, like you're obviously able to do your own numbers for the lottos, and then there's people that will, like, there's two days for bowl lottos each week. Tuesdays and Fridays are for the Ormans. Wednesdays and Saturdays are for the Irish lotto, right? And people, now to be fair, most people still, like a lot of people still do the Ormans, and most people do quick picks. There's certain people obviously that will do their own numbers, but most people just do quick picks on the Ormans because it's such a big lotto and it's across all of Europe. You know, doing your own numbers statistically, week in and week out, like, it's not going to work out for you. So people will just do a quick pick and it's fine. A lot more syndicates do the Euro Millions than they would the Irish Lotto. But the problem with the Irish Lotto is they were bought out by like Canadian shareholders, I think it was. I think they're like a group of like Canadian teachers or something that like formed this thing or whatever, and they have like the majority shares in this company that run the Irish Lotto now, right? But they brought in a new system, and then when they came in, they put up the Irish Lotto. It used to be €4 for 2 lines with the plus, and now it's gone up. Then it went up to €5, and now it's gone up to €6 for 2 lines with the plus. And since that came in, a lot of people are not really bothered with the Irish Lotto now, because like they added more numbers into the draw, and it's a lot harder for people to win on the Lotto now. Like even just a couple of euro that you would have gotten for a couple of numbers with the plus numbers. Now they said that they brought this one up now, but now the Lotto plus one draw I think is worth $1 million. Used to be like 350,000, and it's gone up to $1 million, and then that's your justification for
pumping the prices up.
Up. But a lot of people are gone away from that now. Whereas with the Ormans, it went up like 50 cents, I think. But still, most people do it because it's the Ormans. It goes up a lot. Like it's a lot more often than not now. The Ormans has gone to like 100 million plus. For the draw before someone wins it. But again, that's a big lotto. So, and it's cheap enough to do a line. So whereas with the Irish Lotto, you have to do 2 lines. That's the minimum you can pay. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about it because I just noticed it the whole time in work that I see the same people and they come in getting the exact same things.
Very mundane, like.
Yeah, and it's just they normalise it. Like, I know a good few people that'll do the lotto and stuff every now and again, and they're proper like, oh, maybe this is my week. Whereas other people, they're just like, this is part of their routine, life. Like, you know.
See, I know when I worked in Buglers, so I worked in a bar a few years ago called Buglers. So like the bar was here, and then like 4 doors up was a bookies. Now it was owned by the same guy, like. So, but like all the regulars that were in there
were in the bookies
betting on horses. So they'd drink. Not all day, but they'd be in the pub whatever day for a few hours, like 5-6 hours, right, drinking, and then they'll be in and out of the bookies as well with like I never really seen anyone bet big until Cheltenham came around. But Cheltenham is a thing on its own that everyone bets on or something. I don't really fucking know. Like,
it's one of those big races that everyone will get involved in.
Yeah, but they never bet big money. It was always like
a couple of euro,
£2 or £3 or whatever, and then they might get back like 7 or 8 quid or whatever, right? But I used to never. I couldn't understand. I could never understand it because I was like you don't. Like, I suppose if you're sitting there and everyone is doing it, it's good to get involved. And, you know, it makes, instead of sitting in a bar on a Tuesday afternoon drinking, instead of it being depressing, it makes it interesting. It gives it a little bit of life, like. You know, because you're like going, yeah, there's me horse, he won, woohoo, or whatever, right? But
it's because you're getting endorphins from that. Like, gambling all just stems from, like, the endorphins you get from winning. So when people that don't, like, more often than not, people that get addicted to gambling are the people that will start off by like literally just throwing it on a random horse or a random thing or whatever, and they end up winning first time out of the gate, and they're like, you know, they get
this
proper
is great.
about
Like,
it. They might not win any fucking money at all. They might win like a tenner and plus their money back, and they're like, oh, and they get the rush out of it. And then most addicts, they're literally trying to get that same rush over and over and over again. That's why like people are addicted to drugs. They'll smoke or inject bigger amounts or snort more cocaine because they're trying to get that same feeling that they did the first time, and they can never do that.
No, because their body builds up a tolerance or whatever. But
like, it's the same with people with coffee. Like, I've noticed if I don't drink coffee, like if I give it a couple of days, now it's very rare that I give it a couple of days, but if I do, I'm proper longing for it, and then I get the cup back. Like I get.
But you've done that though for.
I did it a while back there.
Yeah, you were like, you just drank
3 or 4 days, and I took. I was really tired one day, and I had a coffee, and I proper like hit me again, like, you know, like I never did before. But I've done it a couple of times now where I'm so busy in work before I go on my break, I don't get a chance to make a coffee when I'm on my break, and I'm proper like this afterward, like the whole thing, the evening, and I have to get a coffee to keep me going. And so I am addicted to coffee, but I don't drink like.
Is it coffee you're addicted to, or is it the caffeine in coffee you're addicted to?
I don't even know if it's the caffeine. I don't know what it is. I think it's the act of drinking coffee more so than the actual coffee for me.
Right.
I think if my
sort of like
now I could be talking absolute bullshit here, but I think more like
sort of like a social smoker, you know, someone gives a smoke but they have them when they drink, just because like a glass of wine and a cigarette go hand in hand, or a bottle and a cigarette go hand in hand, and like
I don't know.
Thing,
I think like just sitting down for a couple of minutes just to kind of, and then just sip away in a coffee,
indulge yourself in your break or whatever. Like,
I really just like, I just like that feeling. I'm actually reading a book at the moment called Ikigai. I don't know how to say that's how you pronounce it. Can you look it up? IKI. GAI.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was.
What?
I don't know. What is it? IKI?
IKI. GAI. It's a Japanese term. It's literally, it's.
Do you want the definition of it?
And pronunciation, if you can.
Ikigai is a Japanese word whose meaning translates roughly to a reason for being. Encompassing joy. I can't read that word, man. You're getting me. You're embarrassing me in front of our fans. Like,
which word?
The big one. In the second sentence. First sentence.
Encompassing.
That's the one. Couldn't read it.
Encompassing joy, a sense of purpose and meaning, and a feeling of well-being. The word derives from iki, meaning life, and kai, meaning the realisation of hopes and expectations. Yeah. So the general premise of this book and of this way of life that a lot of Japanese people follow without even knowing that they follow, is what the author was saying, is that like you find just one small little.
Hang on, ready? We get the pronunciation.
You doing Google Translate?
Ikigai.
Okay. So
you're far off.
Yeah. So it's basically like you find like a little thing in your life, just like that you're able to take a breather and you just kind of relax, and you know you don't have to worry.
Gives you bliss,
like the one part at the start of the book is about this world famous sushi maker in Japan. He has this like really famous restaurant, and he's like 90 years old, and he's like a master of his craft. And it was saying like at the start he didn't even try and become a master of this craft because he really loved it. He actually started a sushi restaurant because it's the cheapest restaurant to run. He literally just had to have one small little room with a few utensils for him to work away on his cooking, because he used to work in the kitchen when he was a boy, when he was in school. But like, I think his ikigai is his first coffee in the morning is when he gets up and he's able to just sit and he's just able to relish in it. And I have that same mentality. I'm really groggy when I wake up in the morning. I'm really lethargic, and it takes a lot for me to get out of bed. So when I get up, the first thing I do is make a coffee. It's the first thing I do, unless I'm rushing out. If I'm doing something like this morning, now I rushed out because I had to get up, shave my head, shower, and then I had to come here because for reasons we won't talk about. Not that it's really private or anything, like, you know. But like, normally I'd get up and straight away I'm making a coffee, and I just sit down, and it takes the like 10 minutes to wake me up. It's not even the coffee, it's the fact that it's the time I'm giving myself to sit down before I get up and do anything. It's that I sit down and I drink my coffee. It's not, I don't think, like, in my head, now I'm probably wrong, it probably is literally just the caffeine, but in my head
it's that feeling of,
it's that just sitting down, and it's the start of my day where I don't have to think about anything, I don't have to do anything, all I have to do is just drink my coffee. And I love that feeling, and I'm the same as that sushi maker. I think that's it for me more than anything than the addiction side of it. Now throughout the day when I'm feeling groggy, sluggish, I need a coffee to keep me going. I need something like.
See, I don't have that problem because I don't really drink coffee. I drink coffee very rarely.
But you drink a lot of tea.
Yeah.
Do you know?
I do.
And then there's you have sugar in your tea, so then that acts as your.
So I want to just bring this up. We put out a video it would have been 2 weeks ago by the time you watched this. So it would have been episode 15. Fuck, it's right here in front of me. It was the one podcast about Shane Dawson's documentary. We got a comment on that from a guy called Koda Bro, Kotabro, right? And just in case anyone who's watching this didn't see this, right, I want to highlight this because it kind of fucking blew my mind a little bit, right? So the comment is really just general, is the best way to put it. So it literally goes, your channel is my favourite. I literally watched all your videos. What's your Instagram? Right? Very, very plain, very benign, like. So Jarhead put it up in the group chat, because we have a group chat with our other friend McGuinness, like the rugby fan, because, you know, we have friends and stuff. But my initial reply was, oh sweet, someone commented. So it was grand. So a couple of days passed, or maybe a day or two passed, and my brother came up to me and he was like, do you know the guy who commented on your last podcast? I was like, I couldn't tell you who he is, like. He goes, did you not look at like his channel or whatever, like? And I was like, no. He goes, alright, you should go look at it. So open up my Mac, my lovely Mac actually, he has 25,000 subscribers. 25,000 subscribers.
Yeah, but I don't know whether that was just a spam.
I'm taking it as a fucking comment from someone who's.
You could be the optimist here. I'll be the pessimist here. I think it could be just a spam.
No, it probably is, but like a comment is a fucking comment.
Ah, yeah.
I want to know what you guys think about episode 16. 'Cause I put a lot of work into that editing it.
Yeah, you did. I'm actually very impressed by it. Now the camera quality is shit,
but we'll bump that up as we see fit. But I just want to know, is that something you guys like? Is it a format we should try and follow on every week?
I think we should, simply because it catches your eye a bit more.
Yeah.
Do you know?
But I put
like this one's gonna be very bland compared to it because we only have the one camera.
But I think I spent maybe 4 hours in total over the course of 2 or 3 days editing that. Like, I really put a lot of time into it. So I just want to know what the people that watch the podcast kind of regular enough. I want to know what y'all think about, like, and stuff. And if going back to Jarhead's topic that took 23 minutes to talk about,
told you it was going to be anything.
What do you guys see as an addiction that you have? Whether it be drinking coffee, whether it be sleeping. I'm probably addicted to sleep, actually. Can you be addicted to sleep?
Probably.
Yeah.
Anything that gives you
joy.
Yeah. Anything that gives you endorphins that you're like constantly thinking about, maybe.
Yeah, I'm constantly thinking about that. I'm 100%.
I'm not constantly thinking about coffee. I just like coffee.
Yeah. So yeah, let us know.
Actually, just as a side note of how much I like coffee, this is my third one today in Brandon's, but it's only the second one I drank, because earlier on when Brandon was fixing up the thumbnail for podcast number 16, I left it here on the table, and he's now made a rule that I'm not allowed to have any drinks on this table. This is his work table, because he was the one that moved his MacBook, slid it, and the cup just went book, and it just went all over. There's a stain on the wall there. We got all on the leg and went on this side of the table. We've realised that the table is not level because it started slowly going
just drifting this way. But no, because we were working on the thumbnail, right? And I was trying to get Jarhead's input, because I done 2 thumbnails for episode 16. The first one I spelled specialist wrong, but I mean that's not going to shock anyone now, because I couldn't say encompassing, like, right? But we were trying to fix it, because we're trying to kind of bump up some of the production value that we don't put into this podcast, like, and he was here, like, kind of where the camera is, right? And he put the coffee right here, and I went, what do you think? And it just tipped, but it was right behind the MacBook. Like, I was like, what was the point? Like, put it there beside you. But yeah, anyway,
on that note,
yeah, we'll end it there. That's a happy note.
Thanks very much for watching.
We'll see you all in the next one.